All right, so now we're actually really going to begin the lesson now. We're going to go to our interactive review. Oh, that is not what I wanted. We're going to do laws and ethics. So if you purchase this, it's going to look this way, and you're just going to begin your interactive review. Okay. Which of the following activity is an example of abuse rather than fraud? So let's talk about, so Celeste's getting close. Can y'all see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk about abuse and a fraud when we're talking about it in the medical sense. You know, when we think of abuse, we think of pop, you know, slapping us around, emotional abuse, things like that. But in this scenario, in this situation, abuse is unintentional. Fraud is intentional. Okay? So fraud is intentional, abuse is unintentional. Okay, so which of the following activities is an example of abuse rather than fraud? Upcoding, misinterpreting the diagnosis, inadvertent coding errors, billing for services not rendered. Now, remember, abuse by accident, inadvertently, not doing it on purpose, unintentional mistakes. So what do you think?
C.
C, inadvertent coding errors. When I said inadvertent, it should have given y'all. So let's submit our response. And it is correct. So let's take a look at our rationale. Abuse is an unintentional mistake. Fraud is an intentional misrepresentation for gain. Upcoding, misrepresenting the diagnosis, and billing for services not rendered are examples of fraud. Inadvertent means by accident. Okay, let's go to our next question. Which of the following legislation prohibits physicians from referring patients to an entity if the physician or a member of her immediate family has a financial responsibility with the entity? Okay, I don't want to give you the answer even if you don't know, because I want us to be able to see our rationale. So let's just talk about it a little bit. So what is an anti-kickback statute? So I'm going to the doctor and I am the coach of the Saints. And I tell that doctor, don't charge me nothing for anything if I have to have a surgery, and I'll give you season tickets for the next 10 years. That is a kickback. Federal False Claims Act. This has nothing to do with the claim, does it? It doesn't say anything about a claim. The exclusion statute simply states on exclusions. This doesn't have anything to do with exclusions. The Stark Law has everything to do with if you have a financial responsibility to another clinic and you only refer patients to the clinic that you're financially responsible to. So let's say A or C. What do we think? Or I mean A or D, sorry, A or D. Now, when we talked about the kickback, does this look like it has anything to do with the kickback? Or does it have to do with financial relationship, which is the Stark Law?
D.
Let's try B. It is correct. The Stark Law prohibits physicians from referring patients to an entity if the physician or immediate family member has a financial relationship with the entity, so that a physician doesn't do referrals for personal gain. The anti-kickback statute prohibits the physician from accepting gifts from an entity for referring patients. So anti-kickback is gifts. Stark, remember the word referring. Which of the following is an example of a Stark Law violation? a physician using self-referral, unbundling procedures, asking for payment from a minor, a physician receiving kickbacks.
A.
Let's try A. That is correct. Stark Law is a set of federal laws that prohibits physician self-referral, specifically a referral by a physician of a government insurance patient to an entity providing health services if the physician has a financial relationship with the entity. A specialist gives a general practitioner concert tickets every time he refers a patient to him. This is illegal according to
Anti-kickback law?
D. The anti-kickback law.
I almost clicked A because I didn't read.
Let's see.
Yes.
That is right. Good job. Next question. Which of the following law pertains to an insurance and coding specialist who knowingly presents an incorrect CMS 1500 form for payment to a payer? Okay, a CMS 1500 form is a claim form. So what
A.
A.
federal,
A.
because we're talking about what? A claim.
Fine.
A claim.
See, it's not as hard as, you understand what I mean? If you really think about it and you know the key things to look for, your answer is correct. Which of the following regulations prohibits a physician from referring a patient to a facility in which the physician holds a financial interest?
D.
I'm sorry, B?
D.
D, Affordable Care Act. Okay, we're talking about a physician who holds a financial interest in another facility.
C.
C.
The Stark Law. Remember we talked about the Stark Law? Prohibits a physician from referring a patient to a facility in which the physician holds a financial interest. A local laboratory sent a physician 2 tickets to the football game as a thank you for referring patients to its testing center. Which of the following has been violated?
B.
B.
B. Yes, the anti-kickback law. See, you guys are doing great. I'm very impressed. A lawyer has called and demanded information about a patient in the office. The insurance and coding specialist can share the information if she calls the patient and obtains permission. The lawyer tells her that he has permission from the patient. The lawyer provides his identification number. The patient has signed an authorization form.
D.
Say that
D.
again.
D.
D
D.
or B?
D.
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 Okay, let's see. Yes, we can't give any information unless we have an authorization form signed by the patient. Sorry, B's and D's get hard. The High-Tech Act was created to promote the use of, so instead of going straight into that, let's do this. I'm going to copy. We're going to come over to our friend, the Google, and let's just do a quick search. The High-Tech Act is a law that aims to expand the use of electronic health records in the United States. So let's see if that helps us out. The High-Tech Act was created to promote the use of better physician documentation, electronic claim submissions, electronic health record meaningful use, written consent for medical procedures. What do we see that has EHR in it?
C.
C.
Let's see if we're right.
C.
Anytime you see High-Tech Act, it is directly related to the electronic health record, EHR. You guys remember, I'm recording this so you can go back and listen again and make notes if you want. Which of the following meets the definition of a covered entity that must comply with HIPAA?
B, C, D,
B,
B, C, D.
Okay.
E.
I love it. Okay, we're talking about covered entities. So covered entities are anyone or any facility that is going to be having electronic health records, anything electronic that has to do with the patient sent to them.
B, C, and D.
Okay,
Yeah,
you guys don't know what a clearinghouse is yet, though, do you?
No.
Once you
No.
bill, for example, at my billing job, once I bill out my CMS 1500 forms, it doesn't go straight to the insurance. It goes to a clearinghouse. The clearinghouse is kind of like a double check system and a post office. So it's going to run all of my claims through the clearinghouse, and it's going to say Blue Cross Blue Shield gets these, TRICARE gets these, United Healthcare gets these. These don't have enough information on them, so we're going to send them back to Marcia so she can look at them again.
So B, C, A, C, and D.
A, so yes, they have to be covered under HIPAA. C,
Pharmacy.
pharmacies, do they get electronic submissions from providers? They do. And then what about a nursing home? When a patient gets into a nursing home, do they get medical records?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Does a patient have to worry about HIPAA laws with their own personal information? They do not. And an employer generally does not get anything to do with medical records. So let's submit our response and see if we're right. Okay, what's going on? Oh, it's thinking. I just got a little thing that said, okay, we said clearinghouse, pharmacies, nursing homes, submit. We are right. Now, do you guys understand why these are covered entities? Can you maybe
Yes, ma'am.
think of something else that would be a
Yes,
covered entity?
Insurance companies.
Very good, Celeste. Yes, the insurance company. What about a physician's office?
Yes.
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 What about an outpatient center?
Yes.
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 Let's think. What about urgent cares?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to try to think of any more. Let's keep on moving. Which of the following requires that a medical practice informs the patient in advance interest will be charged on delinquent accounts? So have you ever had a loan or a credit card, which is a type of loan? What do you get charged on that?
Interest.
Interest.
Interest. So say I'm going to buy a new car. The person selling me the car, the finance office, has to tell me exactly what my payment's going to be, exactly my charges, my title, whatever, taxes, whatever, and exactly what the interest is going to be because of the Truth in Lending Act. So, which of the following requires that a medical practice informs the patient in advance of the interest that will be charged on delinquent accounts?
B.
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 We are right. The Truth in Lending Act, the Federal Truth in Lending Act requires that the patients are informed in advance when the treatment is provided if interest will be charged on a delinquent account. Okay. The insurance and coding specialist called the patient at 7:30 a.m. to discuss an outstanding balance. Which of the following act did the specialist violate? Truth in Lending, Fair Debt Collection Practices, Fair Debt Billing or equal credit opportunity?
B.
B.
Okay. So we're discussing an outstanding balance and we're trying to collect it, but she did it at 7:30 in the morning. So B, let's try B. Yes, it is B. Phone calls at any unusual time or place or a time of place known to be inconvenient to the consumer are not allowed. Calls are not allowed until after 8:00 a.m. and not after 9 o'clock. Local at the customer's location. So make note of that. You are out of order if you call before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. Okay, we're going to stop there today. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
My new students that started yesterday, did you feel overwhelmed in doing that, or do you feel like you learned?
I learned.
Good
learned.
deal. Now we're going to finish up this packet or this study session next Tuesday. And then we'll decide where we're going to go next together. Okay. I know I kind of chose this time because I just felt like it was something everybody could do. And to me, it's my favorite because it's easier. I don't know. I just like all the laws because I know them really well. Sometimes the coding, whenever we get to CPT coding practice, it makes my eyes cross. But we're still going to do it, right? We're still going to do it. But yeah, I thought that we would start. So we got a running start and I was feeling good about it. So do we have any questions, concerns? Nope. Okay. Our next Zoom will be 4 o'clock on Thursday. It's going to be this link, but I will still email it out, and it's also found in Genzabar. If you want to go back and review this, by the end of the day, it will be in your on Genzabar. It'll be in your Zoom link and meetings. It'll be at the top under the links. And if you need anything in the meantime, let me know. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for coming and spending time with me. Abigail, it was so good to see you. You too, Victoria. Victoria's been playing hooky too. Bye, everybody. Have a terrific Tuesday.
You as well.
Bye-bye.